News.
Made for agriculture, we are MFA.
Get your calves off to a good start with MFA branded feeds. With time-tested, proven feeds like Cattle Charge and Full Throttle, you can put pounds on your calves quickly, efficiently, and safely. The feed-to-gain ratios speak for themselves. A good start is critical for this year's calf crop. Financing is available. Get a great start with MFA feed.
We are MFA.
Hey, all you high school juniors, with a few well-placed words, there's an adventure at hand waiting for you. It's the Intercounty Youth Contest, and you can win an all-expense-paid trip to Washington, D.C. or Jefferson City. And all you had to do is write a 250 to 500-word essay on what's one thing you'd love to learn or get better at and why. For more information about the Youth Tour Contest, contact your school or Intercounty Electric Member Services at 866-621-3679. Hey!
Good afternoon and welcome to KSMO Radio. Let's take a look at that noon hour weather forecast. Will continue to be sunny today with a high temperature near 36 degrees. Winds will be southwesterly 6 to 8 miles per hour with gusts as high as 18 miles per hour, and our wind chill value will be as low as 9 degrees. Skies should stay clear tonight with a low temperature around 25 degrees. Southerly winds will be 6 to 9 miles per hour with gusts as high as 21 miles per hour, and our wind chill value tonight as low as 18 degrees. Tomorrow will be mostly sunny. We should have a high temperature near 47 tomorrow. Southwesterly winds will be 5 to 9 miles per hour, becoming light and westerly during tomorrow afternoon. Winds could gust as high as 18 miles per hour, and our wind chill value early tomorrow morning will be as low as 18 degrees. Tomorrow night, we have mostly cloudy skies in the forecast, a low temperature around 23 degrees. Calm winds have become northerly around 5 miles per hour after midnight tomorrow night. Sunday, we expect partly sunny skies with a high temperature near 40 degrees. Winds will be northerly 3 to 5 miles per hour. Then Sunday night should be partly cloudy, low around 21. Monday, we expect sunny skies with a high temperature near 47. Mostly clear skies are in forecast for Monday night, low temperature around 28. Then Tuesday should be sunny with a high temperature near 53 degrees. Tuesday night will be mostly clear with a low around 30, and Wednesday mostly sunny with a high near 50 degrees. Now we do have a chance of showers in the forecast for Wednesday night with partly cloudy skies, low around 28. But Thursday should be mostly sunny with a high temperature near 44 degrees. And that is your noon hour weather update brought to you by all of us here at KSMO, where it's now time for the Brownfield Commentary and Midday Livestock Report.
Ground beef, ribeye steaks, and sirloin steaks labeled hormone-free are prominently displayed in a refrigerated end cap in the meat department at my local grocery store. Hello, everyone. I'm Cindy Young with Brownfield, and this is my 2 cents. The shoppers gathered around the display case last night were chatting about how hard it is to find hormone-free meat, milk, and eggs anywhere in this town. They must have heard my heavy sigh as they all turned to look at me. I smiled brightly and said, "The truth is that you cannot find hormone-free meat, milk, and eggs anywhere in this town or in this state. You cannot find it because it does not exist. All plants and animals contain hormones." The young woman with a carton labeled almond milk gave me a dirty look and stormed away. It's probably for the best, because I would have had to point out to her that her carton of filtered water, almonds, and cane sugar, which I have nothing against, is improperly labeled as well. A couple of other shoppers stuck around to talk about hormones in food and GMOs. There was a lot of head shaking and I should have known comments. As our pleasant and enlightening conversation came to a close, I watched them all roll their shopping carts away and whispered, "Good luck with your celiac disease," in a voice too quiet for them to hear. Each of their carts contained items labeled gluten-free. A couple of food packages held items that could not contain gluten because there are no grains in which the gluten protein would be present in those food items. We'd covered hormone-free and genetically modified, one step at a time. This morning, as I shared this most recent grocery store experience with my staff at work, John Perkins said to me, "Saying something is hormone-free is like saying something is contaminated with DNA." I'm Cindy Young with Brownfield. That's my 2 cents.
When a parent sees their child smile, they see hope. Aleem hoped that his son Rajib would have an easier life than he had. You see, Rajib just like his father, was born with a cleft. But as a fisherman in a small village in Indonesia, the cost of surgery was out of reach. Their lives were transformed thanks to Smile Train, which sponsors free, life-changing cleft surgeries and other essential treatments. Rajib's surgery marked Smile Train's 2 millionth, and incredibly, Aleem's was the 2 million and first. Now, their smiles are a symbol of hope for children with clefts all over the world. 540 babies are born with a cleft each day, but through Smile Train, millions of lives have been changed. To learn more and support the global cleft community, visit smiletrain.org/learn. Smile Train, changing the world one smile at a time.
Spring Training 2025 in Jupiter, Florida is just around the corner, and the boys of summer will be back on the field before we know it.
With amazing feats, unforgettable moments, and spectacular plays you won't soon forget. We will be there from the first pitch to the final out.
Bringing you all the excitement right here on the Cardinals Radio Network, powered by Gray Bar.
Listen to Cardinals spring training games every weekend starting February 22nd, right here on KSMO Radio.
What's up, y'all? It's Fitz from CT40, and if you missed this last weekend, it was Dylan Scott and Dylan Marlowe who claimed the top honors at number 1 with Boys Back Home, you know, the D&D Music Factory. But this weekend, we're going to be counting them down to see if they will still remain the kings of the country mountain. Anything can happen. Plus, it's going to be cold this weekend, so stay warm and just turn up the hits with Fitz on the Country Top 40.
Direct cash cattle trade ended the day with more business, and cash hogs were steady to firm at the close. Good morning, I'm Brent Barnett with your Brownfield Livestock Market Report. Cash cattle country had a light trade in all 3 major feeding areas on Thursday. Northern dress business in Nebraska was reported at $3.22. A very light trade in the southern area was noted at fully steady at $2.01. Asking prices remain firm around $2.02 plus in the south and $3.23 plus in the north. At the Bassett Livestock Auction in Nebraska this week, feeder steers and heifers traded unevenly steady compared to the most recent sale. USDA says total receipts were up on the week and sharply higher year over year. Demand was good with several buyers and an active internet bidding. Feeder supply included 79% steers, and 73% of the offering was over 600 pounds. Medium and large 1 feeder steers, 700 to 741 pounds, brought $299 to $321. Medium and large 1 feeder heifers, 604 to 648 pounds, sold for $295.50 and $319. Boxed beef was mixed at the close, with choice down 73 cents at $333.41 and select up $134 at $319.38. Estimated cattle slaughter was 122,000 head. Cash hogs were steady to firm with light closing negotiated numbers at the major direct markets. Most buyers at those major markets should now have their near-term needs pretty much covered for the rest of the week, especially after strong business that occurred on Wednesday. The cutout value closed modestly lower, falling below the 5-day average. Barrels and gilts at the National Daily Direct were up 3 cents with a base range of $71 to $81. Butcher hogs were mostly steady at the Midwest cash markets on Thursday. At Illinois, slaughter sows were steady at 37 to 49. Barrels and gilts were ranging from 46 to 56. Pork values were lower at the close, down 44 cents at 90.39. Estimated hog slaughter was 488,000 head. At the CME, live and feeder cattle futures were down sharply on fund and technical liquidation, despite another round of steady to higher direct business. Lean hog futures were mostly lower on spread trade and the drop in cattle, largely ignoring the cash and wholesale trade during the session. I'm Brent Barnett with Brownfield.
Liberty herbicide has been great, easy to use, backed by BASF. And new Liberty Ultra herbicide will be the cornerstone of our weed control.
It's the Liberty herbicide Grandpa trusts, made even better. Liberty Lock
for improved weed control.
Gluel technology
for a lower use rate. Change is good.
Real good.
The next generation of Liberty herbicide.
For the next generation of growers. Visit liberty-ultra.us. Always read and follow label directions.
Yes! I finally got my first phone!
It is exciting. Let's learn a few things about online safety first.
We can secure our world. Online security depends on you and me. Install updates, make better passwords. Think before you click. Use multiple factors. That's how we can secure our world.
Learn more at CISA.gov/secure our world.
That has been the Brownfield Commentary and Midday Livestock Report. It is now time for a look at updated funeral announcements being brought to you as a courtesy of Your World Today. Serving Salem and Dent County for over 30 years, Your World Today is 4 pages of information that will take you about 5 minutes to read, and they are available in over 40 locations in Salem and in Bunker, and online at our website, KSMOradio.com. Your World Today. Be sure and pick one up every weekday or check it out online. George Farrand Timpson of Kirkwood, Missouri, formerly of Salem, passed away January 3rd at the age of 97 years. Funeral services for George Timpson will be Saturday at 10 o'clock in the morning at the Sacred Heart Catholic Church in Salem. Visitation for family and friends of George Timpson will be this evening, starting at 5 o'clock and continuing till 9 o'clock at the James Gar Chapel in Salem. Memorials are suggested of food for the poor, and all arrangements for George Farrand Timpson, formerly of Salem, are under the direction of the James Gar Mortuary of Salem. Joseph Michael Dent, age 81, of Salem, passed away Sunday, January 19th. Funeral Mass for Joe Dent will be at 2 o'clock in the afternoon Saturday at the Sacred Heart Catholic Church. Visitation will also be Saturday from 1 until service time at 2 o'clock at the Sacred Heart Catholic Church. Burial will be in the Cedar Grove Cemetery. And all arrangements for Joseph Michael Dent of Salem are under the direction of the Wilson Mortuary of Salem. Irene Welch Warner of Licking, formerly of Salem, passed away January 17th at the age of 99 years. Funeral services for Irene Warner will be Monday, January 27th at 11:30 in the morning, with visitation also at the James Gar Chapel in Salem from 10 o'clock until service time at 11:30. Entry will be at the Cedar Grove Cemetery. And all arrangements for Irene Welch Warner of Licking, formerly of Salem, are under the direction of the James Gar Mortuary of Salem. William Robert Bowling of St. James passed away Monday, January 19th at the age of 88 years. And all arrangements for William Robert Bowling of St. James are under the direction of the James Gar Mortuary of Rolla. That has been a look at updated funeral announcements and is brought to you as a courtesy of Your World Today. Your World Today is the only daily news flyer in Dent County. It is available in over 40 locations in Salem and in Bunker. And be sure and check out Your World Today online at our website, KSMOradio.com. Your World Today has been serving Dent County for over 30 years, and the best part about it is absolutely free.
Out of town and want to know what's going on in Salem, how the Salem Tigers did, or who may have passed away? There's only one way to get that information quickly, and that's by going to Your World Today online. Go to KSMOradio.com and click on the Your World Today button, and you'll get the latest edition online, or check out the Your World Today archives. And if you are in town, pick one up in any of the 30-plus locations in Salem and Bunker. Your World Today, they're free!
It is now time for a look at local news, and it's being brought to you by Southwest Baptist University Salem Campus. SBU Salem Campus provides quality higher education close to home for residents of Dent County and the surrounding area. For more on degrees and programs, stop by SBU Salem Campus today at 501 South Grand Street, or you can call them at 573-729-7071. I'm Bob Parsons reporting. The Denton County Commissioners met for their regular meeting Thursday morning at the courthouse. Corky Stack with AEA Stack Design Company was in with his company's final bill for the work on the courthouse as well as the release of the retainage to Alexander Construction. Stack said the county held out $10,005.19 retainage to pay for any last-minute repairs or oversights, and the commission approved paying the retainage less any expenses to Alexander Construction. They also approved the last bill from AE Stack Design Company of $138 for the project. Denver Ellis asked the commission about the new water tower the city is putting up out by the hospital and if the commission had checked with the city to see if that was going to affect residents in the area. Former Commissioner Wes Mowbray was in attendance and said he spoke with the city about it as well as reviewed the engineer's reports which stated there would not be a problem as the municipal well will be deeper than most residential wells. In the road report, District 1 Commissioner Keith Green said maintenance work was being done on a grader and then a dump truck. He also said crews will be working on doing the FEMA estimates for the road repair work that has already been done, as well as work yet to be done from the November flood. District 2 Commissioner Jimmy Williams said brush would be cut on Denton County Road 4370, and rock was going to be added to County Road 2070. That road is being worked on to repair it from the damage of the November flood. Presiding Commissioner Gary Larson was to attend the MRPC Day at the Capitol on Tuesday, but was unable to attend due to a special meeting called by the Commission. At that special meeting, the Commission approved to raise the Emergency Management Director's salary during this time, where he is putting in the extra time for the FEMA disaster work for the flood to $20,000 a year. Once the disaster reporting is complete, the salary will return to the $3,300 per year. Deputy Clerk Melissa Pyatt said Denton County Clerk Angie Curley was attending the Missouri Association of Counties board meeting Thursday in Jefferson City, and following the approval of the budget, bills will be paid. The next meeting of the Denton County Commission will be Monday morning at 9 o'clock at the courthouse, and the meeting is open to the public. The Denton County Commission held their 2025 budget hearing Thursday morning at the Denton County Judicial Building. Presiding Commissioner Gary Larson presided over the hearing. The General Revenue Fund ended 2024 with a net cash available at $2,583,638.27. The estimated revenues for 2025 are $2.505 million, while estimated expenses for 2025 are expected to be $2.960 million. This would result in an estimated ending balance of $2,128,313.58 as of December 31st, 2025. Former County Commissioner Darrell Skiles questioned the proposed cost of living increase for elected officials without a salary commission meeting in 2024, which is required by state statute to determine an increase, if any. The statute says that without a salary meeting being held, officers' salaries will be the same as before. The commission said they would check that out and see if the COLA increase based upon previous salary commission meeting minutes is permissible. The Road and Bridge Fund ending cash balance in 2024 was $368,939.36. The commissioners have estimated revenues in 2025 at $3.054 million and estimated expenses at $3.031 million. This would result in an estimated ending balance of $391,454.36 at the end of 2025. Major expenses will include the road repairs from the November flood, of which many will be reimbursed through FEMA, but in what time frame will the money arrive? The assessment fund ending balance for 2024 was $110,370.76. The estimated revenue for 2025 came to $237,516, and with estimated expenses of $297,327.42, an estimated ending balance at the end of 2025 of $50,559.84 would be expected. The law enforcement sales tax fund ending balance in 2024 was $889,903.90. with the estimated revenues for 2025 expected to be $1.232 million and an estimated deductions at $1.410 million. This should leave an estimated ending balance of $711,046.92 at the end of 2025. The 911 fund had an ending balance of $57,441.13 in 2024, with expected estimated revenues of $35,001 in 2025 and an estimated expenses of $45,500. There would be an expected ending balance at the end of 2025 of $46,942.36. The jail construction and operations funds finished the 2024 year with cash available of $2,442,035.45. The fund is expected to have revenues in 2025 of $2.383 million, and with estimated expenses of $2.674 million, that would leave an estimated ending balance of $2,150,892.19 at the end of 2025. The Jail Construction Trust Fund finished 2024 with an ending balance of $1.672 million. The Commission estimated revenues of $1.145 million and with anticipated expenses of $1.360 million, that would leave the fund with a projected ending balance of $1,457,644.37 at the end of 2025. The budget for 2025 was then approved unanimously by the Commissioners with the salary increase contingency for the elected officials. Their hearing was then adjourned. The Salem Police Department has released their report for the month of December. The department responded to 10 accidents during the month. Officers responded to 7 alarms sounding and addressed 18 animal calls, investigated 2 assaults or fights, 2 burglaries, performed 13 well-being checks and 11 area checks in December. Police investigated 7 domestic disputes, 6 verbal disturbances, conducted 27 follow-up investigations, and provided 16 escorts. They investigated 3 fraud reports, a parking complaint call, an intoxicated pedestrian report, 1 peace disturbance report, 3 shoplifting reports, and 3 property damage reports. The Salem Police wrote 7 stealing reports, 5 trespassing reports, responded to 7 traffic complaints, and assisted 4 motorists. Officers responded to 3 reports of suicidal persons, 12 suspicious circumstance calls, 9 suspicious person calls, and 7 suspicious vehicle calls. Officers attempted to serve 10 warrants and conducted 35 traffic stops during the month. The police responded to a total of 390 incidents in December, with the average response time to calls being 1 minute and 56 seconds. The average time spent on the scene was 32 minutes and 5 seconds. The Denton County Service Unit of the Salvation Army would like to announce that they have successfully reached their Christmas Kettle campaign goal of $37,500. Along with the monetary donations received this year, nearly 180 local children were adopted at the Angel Tree that was located at Walmart. The local Salvation Army Board would like to thank everyone who made monetary donations and or who adopted an angel. They also extend their greatest appreciation to the dedicated volunteers that took time out of their busy holiday season to ring the bells at the kettles. The community's continued generosity will be distributed throughout 2025 to those in need in Dent County. If you'd like to find out more about the Salvation Army Service Unit, helping during the 2025 holiday season with bell ring, please call 573-729-8163. Well, that has been a look at local news, and it was brought to you by SBU's Salem campus at 501 South Grand Street, where they offer degrees in nursing, which is an RN Bridge program, criminal justice, and elementary education. For more about SBU's Salem campus, contact Admission Counselor Chris Welch. Chris Welch has retired, so just contact SBU at 573-729-7071. Old habits are kind of hard to break.
Southwest Baptist University campus in Salem provides quality higher education close to home for residents of Dent County and the surrounding areas. The classes at SBU Salem campus are taught in the afternoon and evenings, making a degree attainable for people who are in the workforce or can't afford to go off to get a degree. We offer degrees in nursing, which is an RN Bridge program, criminal justice, elementary education. For more information on the degrees and programs, please contact admissions counselor Chris Welch to schedule an appointment as a prospective or returning student. You may call 573-729-7071.
I don't feel so good.
You do feel hot. Dayquil Kids will take care of that fever.
What about my cough?
Dayquil Kids has that covered.
Will it make my throat feel better?
Yes, that too.
But will it taste good?
Yep, Dayquil Kids comes in your favorite flavor.
Purple?
Well, yes, it's grape.
Try new Dayquil Kids Plus Fever, the daytime coughing, aching, sore throat fever just for kids medicine. Safe for kids 6+. Use as directed.
Taro Complete Auto Care in Salem can take care of all of your automotive and diesel repair needs. Taro Complete Auto Care has these specials every week. Tuesday is Ladies' Day, and on Wednesday it's Seniors' Day, where you can get $2 off of your oil change. They also offer free delivery and pickup in the city limits. So for all of your automotive repair needs, the place to go is Taro Complete Auto Care at 307 East Scenic Rivers Boulevard in Salem.
What's the fastest way for you to get yourself up to date on the latest in news, sports, weather, and obituaries that costs you absolutely nothing? It's Your World Today. Serving Salem and Dent County now for over 20 years, Your World Today is 4 pages of information that will take you about 5 minutes to read, and they're available in over 30-plus locations in Salem and in Bunker. Your World Today. Pick one up every weekday. They're free.
We are Missouri Farm Bureau Insurance, and we're here for all of life's wins. Like when you get a new car, or new boat, or new driver, or when your son moves out, but your mom moves in, or you find out you're expecting again, or when one rental property turns into 2, then 20, or you realize they're all in Tornado Alley. Life is full of life events. Make sure you have the right policy for each of life's wins.
A life event could qualify you for a discount. Call me, Willie Strader, your Missouri Farm Bureau Insurance agent, and we will make sure you have the coverage you need.
It is now time to take a look at local and regional sports, being brought to you as a courtesy of your Ozark sports leader, KSMO. The Salem Lady Basketball Tigers fell to the Dixon Lady Bulldogs by the score of 58-28 to fall to 4-9 on the year. Salem was led in scoring by Raven Gillen and Addison Fulton, who each scored 9 points. The Lady Tigers will be in Ellington this afternoon at 5 o'clock to face the Lady Whippets in a varsity-only game that was added after the game with Owensville was canceled. The Salem boys basketball Tigers won their Houston tournament semifinal game against Couch by a score of 67-59. Salem improves to 6-9 on the year and will play Bakersfield at 5 o'clock Saturday afternoon for the championship of the Houston tournament. Due to the previous Mizzou Network commitment, the game will not be heard on KSMO Radio Saturday afternoon, but will instead be live, video live streamed on KSMORadio.com with Tiger Talk starting at 4:45. The St. Louis Blues played the Las Vegas Golden Knights last night and fell by a final score of 4-2 after recently defeating Vegas this past Monday. Jordan Kyrou and Robert Thomas scored the only goals for the Blues. Overall shooting was down for St. Louis with just 17 shots on goal compared to Vegas' 31. The Blues prepare to host the Dallas Stars tomorrow night at 6 o'clock. KSMO Radio will join this game in progress following the Mizzou basketball game. And speaking of Mizzou, the Missouri basketball Tigers will host Ole Miss Saturday afternoon at 4:30 on KSMO Radio, starting with the pregame show, with the game broadcast starting then at 5 o'clock. The Tigers ended the game with a 15-4 overall record and 4-2 in the SEC Conference. Kansas City Chiefs will host the Buffalo Bills in the AFC Championship game this Sunday afternoon at 5:30. CBS will broadcast the game on their network. Numerous streaming options are available, however, fees or a subscription may be required. And that has been a look at local and regional sports brought to you as a courtesy of KSMO. Stay tuned for a look at sports from the Missouri Net.
I'm Bill Pollock. The Chiefs 2 wins away from a three-peat Super Bowl, and they face a familiar team, the Buffalo Bills, in the AFC Championship game this Sunday. Two keys for the Chiefs: stopping the Bills on third down and slowing down the running game. Josh Allen's legs can be just as dangerous as his arm. Patrick Mahomes guarantees this will be another close game.
When you play great football teams like that, it kind of usually ends with kind of that split type of deal there. And so we've been able to beat them in the playoffs, and they've gotten us in the regular season. But if you look at the games, every game's close.
Number 22 Mizzou will be hosting number 16 Ole Miss, a pair of 15-3 teams. They meet in Columbia tomorrow. Tiger fans will also be celebrating the birthday of Norm Stewart, who turned 90 earlier this week.
And I just appreciate the openness, the honesty, and the support he has given not only myself but this institution, the city. Coach is a dear friend, and I definitely appreciate him.
Dennis Gates on Tiger Talk from Learfield. 5 o'clock tip tomorrow. Martin Kilcoyne, a former St. Louis TV sports anchor, hosted former Cardinals and Royals manager Mike Matheny on his podcast, where Matheny told the story of how he spent 20 days in ICU and almost died from brain bleeding. Matheny is rehabbing, and his outlook is positive. Team officials for the Savannah Bananas, baseball's version of the Harlem Globetrotters, says that ticket demands are the greatest in St. Louis of all of their 40 stops they have planned this year. The Bananas will be playing and performing April 4th and 5th at Busch Stadium. They'll play at Kauffman Stadium May 23rd and 24th. Preseason MLS, Sporting Kansas City will play the Chicago Fire tomorrow. St. Louis City SC will face New England. The MLS season starts later in February. And the Blues, who lost to the Golden Knights 4-2 on Thursday night, splitting a home-and-home with Vegas, will host the Stars tomorrow. Bill Pollock, Missouri Net Sports.
If you recently lost health coverage due to a life change, healthcare.gov is here for you. Like it was there for Marcus when he lost his job, and Keisha when she turned 26 and lost her parents' insurance, and Elena when she went off Medicaid. There are many other ways to qualify. Visit healthcare.gov today to see if you're eligible to enroll. Limited time to enroll. Paid for by the U.S. Department of Health and Human Services.
Some reminders on being winter ready from fellow truck and semi drivers.
You need to allow yourself a little more time in the morning. Try to plan ahead.
I make sure and check the weather forecast. Make sure I have a full tank of fuel, water, a phone, and a charger.
Reduce your speed and you increase your following distance.
Better to be late than end up in a ditch somewhere.
You're a professional driver. You make the call. You know when it's time to get off the road. Don't push it.
Safety's first.
Brought to you by Missouri Coalition for Roadway Safety.
Reality check number 36. Shouldn't your personal banker know you, well, personally? At Town & Country Bank, we have a solution for that. The first thing we do is get to know you. Are you a planner or a last-second guy? Have a house full of crazy kids or an empty nest? We aren't just your banker. We're your neighbor who helps with money. We might even spring for a cup next time we see you in the coffee shop. Town & Country Bank. Smart, friendly solutions. Member FDIC.
It is now time for a look at news from the Missouri Net. Then stay tuned. After the top of the 5 o'clock hour, I'll be back with your latest KSMO weather forecast.
Have you seen Town Screen yet? It's one of the most affordable ways to get your message out in the community. With strategically placed vertical screens in numerous locations in Salem, check it out: the Salem United Methodist Church, Dent County Health Center, and the local on 4th Street, just to name a few. Find out more about how you can use Town Screen for everything local. Stop by 800 South Main or call 636-338-1199. Hometown created and maintained, Town Screen in Salem.
Millions of Americans take medicine like Ozempic and Zepbound. Many of them are overpaying by thousands of dollars a year. These GLP-1 medications for diabetes, weight loss, and more may not always be covered by your insurance, but GoodRx can help. GoodRx helps you save every month on prescriptions at over 70,000 pharmacies nationwide. Best of all, it's free to use. Check GoodRx to save on GLP-1s. Just go to GoodRx.com/GLP. That's GoodRx.com/GLP. GoodRx is not insurance, but can be used instead of insurance, including Medicare and other federal and state-funded programs.
News on Missouri Net, I'm Marshall Griffin. The body of a missing Quincy, Illinois woman has been found in northeast Missouri's Marion County. WGEM-TV reports that Brittany Hoffman Kelly was last seen on December 14th in St. Charles with her husband, Chadwick Kelly. She was reported missing on December 19th, and her husband was killed by police during a standoff the following day. It's up to the state's high court to decide if a diversity, equity, and inclusion rule will be repealed. Anthony Moore with reports.
Senator Eric Schmidt, Attorney General Andrew Bailey, Lieutenant Governor Dave Wassinger, and Treasurer Vivek Malik are asking that a state-mandated diversity, equity, and inclusion more than $60,000. Loy Maxey, the owner of Fresh Start Credit Services, was found guilty of deceptive business practices and securities fraud. He's been placed on probation and ordered to pay back his former customers. And police found the body of a missing Illinois woman in northeast Missouri's Marion County. An investigation into the incident is ongoing. This is Missouri Net.
Have you been to